Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to La Casa de Cristo Lutheran Church. You have found yourself in between the before and the after. This is the Interlude, and we are so excited that you guys are here with us today. You just heard a great message from Pastor Jeff about the second coming of Jesus and how that is a message of hope and not necessarily of destruction. So if you're here for the 9:15, a great message awaits you. Much like a few weeks ago, we had our starting of all of our kids, our Ignite, junior high and high school starting up. Right now, though, we are starting our fall adult ed offerings, and we have many things starting in September. Mini classes by Pastor Carol, by Pastor Wayne Wilkie, Liz Lucas, and others. We also have our fall dinner starting up back here coming up in the end of September. So today, we've got Pastor Carol with us this morning. Pastor Carol, come on in here. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You always have interesting classes. So we've got our little book here of adult fall ed stuff. And if you guys haven't got one of these, it's on our website, or you can pick it up after church one of these days. But you always have interesting classes, Pastor Carol. This one is The Lord Our Healer.
Yes.
I remember a few years back you had God and stuff, and you have these very interesting titles and hard-hitting things that are really struggles in life. So how did you decide to do this particular class, Lord Our Healer, and what inspired you to do it?
Well, we had a service of healing here last March, and I realized there was so much more to be said about healing than you could say in 20-minute sermon. So that was one of the things that sort of inspired me. And also, whenever we ask for prayer requests or when they come through online, 80%, at least 80%, have to do with healing, either for oneself or for loved ones. And so that's kind of what got me started on it.
Well, it really is interesting. The first line in here, I think, is interesting. That says, Jesus still heals those who come to him, but not everybody. Can you talk about that?
And that is an important one to cover because there are some misconceptions with healing that are extremely hurtful. And one is that people feel like if I'm not healed, it must be because I don't have enough faith. And that just isn't true. So we're going to talk about the role of faith. Another one is that I'm sick and God isn't healing me because God is punishing me. And I can remember visiting a woman in the hospital years ago who was elderly in her 80s, and she was convinced she was there because of something she had done as a teenager, and that was why she was sick. But it is a hard question, and unfortunately that has led a lot of people, Christians, who believe God heals today, and yet they see it as kind of a lottery where we all want healing. However, only a very few lucky ones will ever be healed. Maybe I'll be one of them. And so we're going to look at why we can look at the Bible and really expect that God might heal us, or certainly he will do some work in our lives. And we'll also look at why is it that some people aren't healed, and why does God allow sickness at all in our lives? So I think it'll be a very interesting class. We're going to really look at what the Bible says.
It is interesting, and you really get into these topics where you do think people, I think, have that mentality, as you're saying, the lottery system. Like, why was this person healed? There are folks in our congregation who, we've talked about this before, have been healed. I mean, that are
Yes.
miraculous healings, and it is a question. So I think we're all very interested in what the mystery is, I guess, of that.
Yes, and we will definitely look at that, as well as, how do I approach God when I want healing? And what are some of the obstacles to healing that I need to watch out for, including the negative attitudes of the people around us sometimes that are convinced that, we're sick and maybe going to die, and don't even allow for the possibility that God might bring his healing into our lives.
Because it's always possible. I mean, he's always talking to us. He's always teaching us something, and sometimes you're going through this for a reason, and we don't know it.
And we'll look at what some of those reasons might be.
Oh, okay. Well, Pastor Carol, this is a interesting class. I look forward to it. We are going to record them. I know that you love that too. So, but I think it's really an important message that we get out to people, because it's an important topic that
it is an important topic
that people talk about.
Yes.
We also have many other classes that we are going to be doing this fall. One with Liz Lucas called First Century Church Workers. Another class by Pastor Wayne Wilkie, and some special ones, special classes that are going to be coming in one night only, and with Pastor Jeff doing a How Do You Want to Be Remembered? So lots of adult education things coming to you this September and this fall, all the way up until Christmas and Advent. And so we are so excited here at the church to have you all here. We are going to send it back to you, and hopefully you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for being with us on the Interlude. God bless you.